learning. The topic is gold. This is video 8 out of 10. This is a flipped learning class. Students will watch 10 videos and then have a debate. So everything is about getting the debate together. What we want to discuss and debate is how can we balance the responsibility of desire with reasonable decisions and prices, the gold rush and the craziness that happens with it. So to start a debate. Debate is the third of the 3D, discovery, discussion, and debate. And before you start, you chose one of these statements, or you make your own. And which side will you defend? Is it easy to defend for or against? And if you did the graphic earlier, you will see that some arguments are easy and some are harder. And so one side or the other will determine maybe your choice. But sometimes you don't have a choice, so you'll get the difficult side. Makes you work a little harder, but it's just a debate. Research to find facts for your position. Whatever it is, whichever one you're given, remember, you need to have both for and against arguments. You need to have support for both, because your opposition will have researched your position equally to theirs. So this isn't about which is harder or which is easier. This is about finding information that can support your idea. Both sides need to be done. So list the facts. Write your argument in a long paragraph format. Now this is where the time is. This week, this video will ask you to make a long paragraph. Include the opposite position in your writing. Now why is this important? You can do this with your team, and you write your position, and you should have an opposing view, at least one, because you're going to be challenged. When you write a long paragraph, remember you have 3 minutes to speak. So you write it as long as you can, because you're going to get up and read it with your paper in your hand. You're going to read it. That means that if you want to go outside of it, you have to be prepared to come back to where you were already going. So writing a long paragraph means that each teammate should write their position statement in 3 minutes. That means maybe one or two pages, depending on your reading skill. And you are going to outline your debate. You're going to state your statement. This is my statement. And these are the supporting facts. You need 3 minutes. Three minutes. So you want to write that out so you can read it in 3 minutes. And then you should add one opposition point, just so you can oppose a point. Now, if everybody does this, then you get together in class and you read it together as an opposition. So you take yours, you write your whole 3 minutes, and then you choose, okay, as a team, choose who you're going to oppose. Which statement are you going to oppose? And you write an opposition statement 1 minute, which is like half a page. Do you understand that? One team member makes a 3 minute paragraph. That's like a page and a half, one paragraph. One readable statement with support. And then you will be given, through your team, you will choose another teammate and their statement to oppose. and you will write an opposition statement. That's very important, because then you have to find information for opposing the other person, and then when you get together to practice, you already have everything down on paper. So it's very, very important. You've done a lot of this earlier in smaller pieces, and now you're going to rebuild it and reflect new ideas. So now you did it before, short paragraph, opposition. Now you're going to take all that information, you're going to make it longer and better. You do it, one statement, your support for 3 minutes, three minutes, and you oppose somebody in your team for 1 minute. You find support. Document your support. You need that. And then you come to class and you put it together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember the introduction you made? Keep that same sequence. Open the arguments. Write both sides so you can understand the other side. And that's why I said choose another team member and write an opposing view. You can write two, one for yours, so you understand the opposition and how you can give a rebuttal. But you can practice just choosing another one. And if everybody chooses a different one, then you have your own plus a rebuttal for another person, and you can practice easier. This is the end of the discussion and discovery. And from this point, you need to review the story. Look at the story again. Make sure you got all the arguments. Search the internet for more ideas to support your idea. You never have enough information to support your idea, because sometimes your support ideas are too vague. They're not very precise, and so you have to find better information. And for each story, make sure you reference, and that reference is on the tab. Let me show you. Okay? Let me show you. So here is MS Word. And here's your references. And if you go here, this shows you the kind of reference. This shows you what kind you want, bibliography or you want reference. So this is where you find, and when you click, then you add it. You add your reference to your writing that you just did for your argument. When you do the reference, you fill in the blanks. You fill in the author and the date and the publisher, and if you have a URL, put the URL so you can always find it. Because remember, you want to go back and find that information if you are challenged. And you need to have that very easily to back up what you're saying. So you can have endnotes and footnotes, you can have a lot of different notes, but always have a reference. Where did you find the information for your argument? Thinking is not enough. Everybody thinks, but you need to focus on where did you get it. In a debate, thinking is not what we want. We want, in this article, John Jones writes, bang, this is the argument. That's the kind of thinking and speaking we want. This is important when moving to the debate. You can be challenged, and if you don't have a reference, quick and easy to find, then you are going to get minus points in your debate because you can't back up what you're saying. It's important because the other team will search and find the same material, and maybe they will argue from the same material. And so we can have this debate using the material, but you have support for your debate. That's why you need more than one. You need 2 or 3 ideas for each point. This is important because you need more than one story to make an argument. And you have to match the argument with a statement. It's so easy to look at different ideas that go away from your statement. Is what you're saying what your statement says? That's why your statement has to be precise and focused on one idea. Don't get distracted by other ideas. If it's too big and you get distracted, then you have to change a little bit. Like we mentioned before, it's about greed, and then there was some more information. Just stop at greed. Use the other points to back up and support the idea of greed. In the graphic organization, and in video 9, we're going to have 2 graphics. One, you will need about facts. The other is if-then, and you will practice the if-then cycle. Brainstorming is crucial in the process. You have to continue brainstorming. You have to keep challenging. Is this about our statement? This is not going to our statement. So that's how your discussion should be. Test everything on your teammates. That's why you are writing this 3 minute plus 1 minute rebuttal. Practice that on your team. Speak to each other, listen to each other. Is it about what you're focused on? Is their argument focused on your statement? Everybody writes their own, so they can read it because they're thinking the same way. But does it match the statement? That's number 1. If your group is large, make them smaller. Cut the idea to half, and then you can compress them into 5 key ideas. That's what this is about. 5 key ideas. Don't get more than 5. Remember, one person, one argument. One person, one paragraph. And is it related to here? And write your final statement. You look at your statement. Are you going to keep it? Or are you going to change it? Everything is changeable. And sometimes when you are making your ideas, then you find, well, we need to change it to fit some of these ideas. So you write your 5 paragraphs and you challenge, how does it relate to here? What key words are you using to bring it to here, to the center? And then you write your statement, or you can change your statement or write it, but write your statement here again. So this week you have determined core issues for your arguments. You've added more information to communicate your arguments through rebuttals, and those rebuttals, they are very important because you have to think of the other side. Or you're going to get arguments that you have no information about, and then you lose the debate. You have begun to practice thinking for the debate. Are you ready? Well, I hope that you are getting a little bit ready, a little bit more confident in how to talk and speak. I hope your arguments are getting more precise, and you're understanding how to oppose in a debate. Your teacher will help you. You may not feel ready, but I know you're getting better and you're getting more confident, and you're never ready until it's over. Video 9, we have 2 graphics. One is they're very simple, and so let's go to video 9 and find out